Well, that's the first ban. No big surprises. I would say it's kind of a surprise for Coastline. Don't see it banned away all too often on this map. Ying going to follow through. One of those operators that I think we see sometimes banned away. More in maps like Clubhouse, you see it banned away semi-regularly. Bit of a surprise coming through on Coastline again. So 2 picks there that, although not uncommon in themselves, maybe are slightly uncommon when it comes to Coastline, mirror banned away. And I think anyone's not really going to have to work too hard to guess what the next bans are going to be coming through here, Demo.
It's going to be either Echo or Maestro. More than likely, it's going to be the Echo drones.
Valk, maybe?
No, I think Echo's going to be the safer bet.
Go.
Valkyrie, sure. She has some nice spots, but for the most part, whenever there is bomb sites, especially in towards the bottom floor, where you have that kitchen and also that blue barn sunrise, Valkyrie cameras are not really that useful, especially for kitchen. I don't really see Valkyrie cameras. You know, there's no like shining Valkyrie camera that you can say, oh yeah, that's a really good one compared to other maps that you would have, like Consulate, for example, another map where Valkyrie really does shine in her own right, and that's why we do see that particular operator get banned as well.
Sometimes see it for the big yeets outside as well, getting the camera on runes, getting it outside the tarp sometimes teams tend to aim for, although obviously in this case, not so much the case. It's more a defense that you see outside of Sunrise itself or more out of hookah rather than looking anywhere else. So it's kind of niche, I suppose you might say. Might see it pop up in a bit.
Hey, Plebman.secret as well. Plebman.secret, he's made it official.
Oh, there you go. The boy is
I'm happy for him, I really am.
You could say it's no longer a secret.
Protect your bombs from being defused
but it's still
by
a secret. That
not a secret.
everybody knows about the secret, but we can't say about the secret.
The secret that's not quite a secret, yeah.
Yeah.
Works wonders.
It's absolutely bonkers, man.
It is.
So let's move into our first defense, and we will have our kitchen coming up first. This is going to be, I think, the more roamer-heavy particular bomb site, because if you look up top, there is so much destructibility. You look at all those wooden floors that you have. That's a real delight for operators like the Sledge that we see Stiz playing, and even Leon and Plebman can do work with their cluster charges respectively as well.
5 seconds to go.
So the main pressure that Who Knows are going to have to apply is more than likely going to be Nath on that Jaeger trying to play in towards those back stairs. But looking at it, they've decided to completely forfeit that top floor. There's no presence. Sometimes we do see teams try and hold in towards that theater specifically. Vigil's a very strong operator. You could also bring denies that drone presence that's so vital. For example, we've seen it, of course, in that invitational final where we've seen Coastline go to 12-10. There was a moment where Joystick was playing Vigil and he was just hiding in a corner, and Pengu just completely droned right past him. Vigil's a very deadly operator for Coastline, and I would like to see some of that being brought out today.
Well, Ian's got to be aware as well that there's going to be someone lurking around these stairs, and he would be correct. It is Nathan on the Jaeger, just sat there waiting to see if anyone dares push into that front door. He knows someone's there, but already Notham's going down, but Nathan immediately trading that one back out as well onto Leon. Well, even one more going down as well. Stiz being picked up here by Axia, and that's exactly what you want to start this round out if you are on the side of Who Knows. He's made this a very tough affair, and he knows immediately he might get shut out here. It feels like this more like they've actually entered in from this southwest side of the building rather than trying to push in elsewhere. And they're being held up pretty far away from the point altogether.
Yes, it does look a very bad start for Secret. There's still potential. You still have players like Alems and Meatby, and even Pleb. You know, there's still fraggers there. It's different if it was like a 1 versus 5, for example, and you're leading it down to a player like Plebman, where it really is up against the wall for him. You can see the aggressive coming out, trying to play once again Ghost there on the Valkyrie, however, does get eliminated from Meatby, pushing down in towards the blue. They know that there's at least still more roamers lurking about inside of the Sunrise. It will be the Legion. Hopefully there's good Goo-mine placements that does deny the pressure coming in from Meatby, and Ace will get fully blinded. However, he is going to be still just chilling in the back. Nobody's really going to aggress onto him. A kill for Nathan on to the Twitch. And Legion still being a nuisance for Secret.
No big surprises there, exactly like Sassy in the last match. It's all about the Legion being absolutely chaotic. And speaking about chaotic, even Secret in this first round are now down in terms of total HP. They're into a 2 versus 2 into the final minute for this as well. They are, of course, the ones on attack. They have got hold of this Phoenix area. They can try and get the plant down here as well. Looks like this could be theirs pretty much as well. Service entrance almost being the one for them, but no, gets shot out at the last second. Nathan with a perfectly timely entry. Now he's got to try and deal with the final one. They get it through. And well, who knew this was going to happen? Who knows? Take the first round away from Secret.
So I think Secret attempted to, let's have a go. Let's try and break down this Sunrise blue bar hold coming in from the players of Who Knows. Whenever they could have just went up top and just went the easier route. They're giving you free range of that entire VIP lounge and in towards that penthouse as well. I do question why they just didn't go for the simple play. And it's the right play. You have that sledgehammer. You can open up all these vertical control. We've talked about so much how Coastline provides. There are specific areas that you can see smoke players or maestros lurking in that you want to try and get rid of. And that sets you up quite nicely for a potential supply room push as well. So there is options there that Secret should have went for. But I think they kind of felt, you know what, let's try and kill them and let's kind of, I think, test the waters for the most part.
It was really confusing considering, like we clocked at the round start, that the entire top floor had nothing on it. No reinforcements had gone up there, no gadget work, VIP completely exposed, could have opened the whole floor up, like you say, with that sledge. The only person we saw playing upstairs was Nathan. He was playing on the stairs, trying to prevent Leon from just charging in through the front door, which he did, to be fair. He got a trade-off as well. That's where we saw the first kill come across, was him getting the kill onto Leon and then immediately traded back on the other side as well with no thumbs, I think it was. So between the two, I don't know, like you say, a scrappy start, and maybe it was just Secret testing the waters and understanding how are Who Knows playing today? How are they feeling? How's their gun skill looking? Answer so far, looking pretty good.
So they will have the blue bar and, or not the blue bar, the hookah lounge and in towards that pool table. And there is options here for Who Knows that they could play. They have decided to primarily bring this Valkyrie so far. So what I'm expecting is they're going to play Ghost as either as an aggressive player roaming about the top floor trying to bash those windows and trying to go for these quick runouts, or they play him below with a C4. C4's a lot more reliable. You have that capability of denying the plant in towards that late game, and also, if you are looking downstairs, it's another thing that Secret have to go ahead and push. They have to go and take their time and utility to actually hunt that Valkyrie because they know how important a C4 from below can be. That's the way that Secret play on their defense, is aggressive from below with C4s. But we do head into our 2 minutes 15, and just like we did expect, they will try and take downstairs because they do know the Valkyrie is being picked. And also from below, you can see Plebma open up these specific angles to get rid of specific anchor locations. I'm loving this because typically we see a smoke player in behind that B-bomb, and that completely nullifies that position.
What I really like, actually, is also a smart play by Who Knows, is that they completely forced that downstairs. They didn't even bother to reinforce the wall that normally protects the smoke from down the long hallway being sprayed at. Normally it's where you'll see something like a Maestro cam getting deployed there as well. But in that case, they were like, we know full well that Secret are going to take downstairs. We can't easily stop them. Just concede that angle that we normally put a smoke on altogether. I mentioned a few times there about being able to get it down onto the default plant on side as well. Just almost a smart acceptance from Who Knows that they won't be able to beat Secret in every kind of game, in every single element of the game here. So in some cases, said, you know what, just have that point altogether. We don't care.
Already, Secret are inside of the hookah lounge. They've seen, oh, it's free real estate. Let's walk in and plant the diffuser, and it will be completed. So this is where Who Knows have to pull everything out of the bag. Secret, all they have to do is hold back and hold the angles. Plebma here inside a Sunrise will find the Valkyrie. That's great cover. A double as well, a Claymore kill from him. There's still one more lurking from below. Does he hear the Jaeger? He doesn't see him, and Nathan will win that gunfight into a 2 versus 3, but the time has been delayed far too long. Prox inside a hookah. He could try and bait out the defuse, and the lens will shut down Nathan, but from this stage, all it's simply enough for Stiz to pick on round with the SMG-11. And Secret, they take their first round.
After such a solid first round from Who Knows as well, Team Secret just, they throw the book at them. They get the strategies out and they say, guys, you want to play Siege today? Well, maybe go and look at some CSGO instead, start shooting some bullets, because right now we're showing you how to play these strats. Nice question coming in there. Did Demo get his glasses free with a 3D movie? Where did you get them, mate?
Not going to answer that.
Why not? What did you go and see? Was it like Dinosaurs 3D or something at the IMAX?
Unbelievable.
You look like Austin Powers. Yeah, that's exactly what it is. If Austin Powers and Kingsman had a child, it would be you. You actually look the part, mate. It's perfect.
Okay.
I love it.
Don't know how to respond to this.
Go on, mate. You've had a year of prep. You've had like 6 months without me.
I only got these glasses last week.
Who's your favourite Xbox player? Anyone who's not a Blackbeard main. Sorry, Ron. You're excluded from that list. I don't know, good question. Back in the day. Back in the day. There were a lot of good boys back in the day. I don't know, I can't pick one.
Been so long.
I remember the meltdown of the Rainbow Six scene in the UK when the PC move came about.
No, that was needed. That was.
Oh, it was needed,
was
but
needed.
it was a painful.
I didn't
painful
see.
need.
No, I thought people that was quite a positive change.
People were. I remember at the time, the day it was announced, like Twitter went into meltdown. It's beautiful, and then everyone was like, you know what, PC's actually really good. And I was like, my friends, welcome to the.
If I'm not mistaken, 70% of people who played Prem are now on PC.
Yeah, and they're good as well, man.
So apart from some players of X back then.
What can I say, mate? Some people are natural born gamers. I'm not one of them. That's why I sit on this side of the screen and talk about them being excellent gamers instead. Let's keep on doing that, because Secret are playing. They're excellent gamers too, as are the guys on Who Knows, as they showed. It's 1-on-1. Solid start for both sides, I'd say, although again, Secret in that last round, once they actually deployed the strats they've been saving, it actually looked super solid for them, and well, Who Knows just was struggling to react. The onus now is on them. They've shown that they can win some of these gunfights. They've now got to show that they can match the strats coming out of Secret as well, which is a very tall order when you're against one of the top pro teams.
So I'm liking the setup. They have brought that castle barricade, which does give Nathan a little bit more cover and adaptability. He can play a lot more loosely, knowing that he doesn't have to worry about those angles. However, Secret will start to pressure. They have plenty of ways of opening that up. That's a nice bulletproof camera that catches completely by surprise. I think the Lambs is just walking down, and then he's saying, oh, wait, there's a camera. I have to go away now. Ghost will find a Lambs from that great utility being fed. Really well played by Who Knows. It's a great bulletproof cam. It's kind of their third Maestro camera in this scenario, if you think about it. Clement will start the drones in, and maybe will try and take the fight to the player inside a hookah. Ghost still alive, not out yet. The drop comes in, more shots rattle back and forth, and this is a bad position coming in from Ghost because he is pinched between two players of Secret. Stiz has lost a lot of HP though, which is what we have to keep in mind. Leon with a kill onto Ace as well. A quick flurry of kills come out, and Stiz may be looking for one more.
It's so painful when you can see the outline. You know, they are literally like a couple of pixels away from being able to see each other. That spray comes through. He might end up finding himself a nice cheeky pick here onto Stiz, who's currently sat on about 24 HP, but Nath finds another kill. Was one of the big fraggers in the first round. He's made it happen for them again. Grenade shall not rock any kills, although No Thumbs is down to about 12 HP downstairs in Sunrise. Makes it a very precarious position to be in. Quite a few low health bars flashing across the field so far, but Who Knows once again find themselves in a numbers advantage in a 3 versus 2.
Still a lot of work to do, however, for Secret. Meatbeat is still on full HP. You will also see Thumbs on very low HP, but equally so is Stiz. So a potential toxic babe could put him down for the meantime. Drones do come in. I think that's going to be for their flank watch, is one of them that we did see Mickey throw, and Stiz will start to drone out the majority of the site. So definitely it's going to have to be an A plan for the players of Secret. I think it's going to actually be Stiz who's going to try and sacrifice his life. If a gas caster does get him, so be it. Then it leaves a lot on to Meatbeat. Got the 20 seconds to go. They have slowed things down just a little bit, which does give Who Knows a lot of time to prep.
Looking towards, I mean, they've gone through all those smoke canisters very quickly as well. Meepy finds Nade through the wall. We'll try just outside back on Courtyard. Even gets that pelt kill across. That means they're into a 2 versus 2. They've got this bar, they can go for the plant on as well. He's got hold of it. He's going for the kills here. I feel now's maybe the time to start getting the diffuser down. If they get this next kill, they can shut the whole thing down. But the spray comes through, and Meepy blind through the wall finds No Thumbs. Beautiful round for Team Secret. Although Who Knows definitely gave them a run for their money.
Big plays from Meepy, the
disgusting
team captain. That was great from him. Yo, that could have been very detrimental. We knew that it was either going to go one or two ways. He got the kill, or else Stiz had to go for the plant, and it would have been an easy cleanup from the players of Who Knows. So, yeah, Team Secret really bringing out of the bag. Meatbeat, massive, massive, massive from him. Last time, I believe that whenever we did see Secret last season on Coastline, which, you think about it, last season was not long ago. It was only, what, October, November, December?
Yeah. Really
months
not too long ago.
And he primarily did play a lot of buck in this specific map. So he has changed rules just a little bit, and they've kind of sacrificed the buck entirely. They've decided to prefer Stiz on the sledge, and it's a bit of a weird one, because Stiz, for me, is always the guy who plays that hard breach operator. He's the guy who plays Thermite Habana. You know, a great story as well. Whenever talking to Leon about the first time, whenever Stiz wanted the trial for, back then, what was IDK, they asked him, oh, hello, Stiz, what operator would you like to play? And he says one word, Ibana. That's it. That's the only one word he gave him. That's all he wants to play.
You've seen that new skin, everyone wants it now. Ibana mains for life.
Are you Habana main?
I am.
Lethal's the Habana main.
Gets banned away a lot, though. Sad boys.
For some maps, not really that big an issue. We've seen it for Oregon.
You go to Oregon, yeah, you've always seen it.
Clubhouse as well, another big one.
Anything where there's three hatches you need to open, generally banned away.
They need to bring Maverick.
Maverick's fantastic as well.
Attackers recover
It's actually became one of my favorite operators currently. Really liked him. I think the M4 provides a great adaptability whenever you have that ACOG, can make those little cheeky holes, creates those really big long lines of sight. And Maverick still isn't as strong on particular maps. Like, you know, we don't see him at all for Coastline because he really doesn't do a whole lot. Maps like Clubhouse, we see him being banned there because he's just so strong in that particular map.
It's where there's real kind of duels to get open those big double walls that he really kind of comes into his own there, because you can't stop it. There is nothing you can do outside of just being
There's
like...
no Kaid, which is the big thing why he's so strong at the moment.
Well, I guess I die then.
That will change though,
Maybe,
very shortly.
Absolutely, it'd be interesting to see the impact that has, but... Impact is the big thing that Who Knows need right now. And what I do like about Who Knows so far is when they do force aggression early and upset Team Secret, it does put a bit of a hole in there, a bit of a hole in the sails. They can't really get the win going the way that they did before. Last time around, it was on Meepy to bring out the big clutch and win it out for them. If they can keep on upsetting them that way and catch out these big fraggers from Team Secret, potentially in a spot actually where Who Knows can clutch away a few rounds.
Alams manages to find procs on his cameras. If there's one thing that you did not know about Siege, is an IQ with the scanner, another one for him. Easy pickings for Alams. Getting back to, if you're an IQ, you have your scanner out, you can see an operator on their phone, on the cameras, and then you can easily wallbang him. Great by Alams. It's a very rare sighting we see that, but whenever it does, it's a bit of a ha ha ha, you got killed by an IQ on your phone. But Alams will start to keep working on. He has those breaching charges, which I love, because even if Stiz or Leon or Pleba dies, they still have an option to try and open up these vertical holes. And whenever we see the changes happening, great shot from Ace. Puts down Alams, but has been down in the process. Great use of the Habana pellets coming in from Meepy. That's an easy double kill, more or less. Stiz steals that away for him, but Nathan will be stuck inside of a 1 versus 3. Down to Plebma, also managed to whip out the pistol, but you're so close. Yet so far as the Meepy once again, the clutch man for Team Secret, pulls that round away from Who Knows.
Imagine if he'd turned around and got the double kill off that pistol play there as well. Whacked out his rifle again.
Very close.
The final one.
Very close. That would have been, I think, honestly, if that was the case, best clutch of the season so far. And that's saying a lot because we've seen a lot of those.
What this says to me, though, is we've got 4 rounds in, and that was the first round where I genuinely saw the expected result from this series. Secret winning in strategy, winning in gunplay, just flat out crushing Who Knows. That was the first round we've seen it, and a lot of that was just down to Secret having those angles covered off better. They knew where they were looking for the holes. Who Knows weren't really expecting it half the time and found themselves down 2 members incredibly quickly. If that hadn't have happened, well, that round could have been a very close one, similar to the last 3 rounds that we saw as well. Rip ACOG.
Defenders protect
coming.
your bombs from
It's coming. There's a lot of changes coming.
Enjoy your Ash play, boys.
You know, you look at all those changes that really did happen.
I can't wait.
We're going to see a big shift in terms of the meta. And of course, on top of that, we also have Kaid and Nomad being available for play. And I know people have been questioning, yes, Invitational's over. Technically, we now move into our second half of Season 9 for the Pro League. Here at the ESL Premiership, we're not going to go ahead with the new operators until Pro League returns. I think that's the safer thing to do. Whatever Pro League does, we'll just follow suit.
Basically, so everyone can watch Pro League, see how to use them at their most broken way, and then copy it.
I think that's for me and you, more likely to kind of study.
Yeah, I'll be watching that, mate.
I don't know how Nomad's really going to fit into a roster. You think about it. What 5 from the attackers
what do you take away? Yeah, that's my biggest worry.
You say the same for Gridlock as well, even with Mozzie. Yeah. With all these new operators, who do you eliminate? You want to take a Sophia away?
The thing is with Gridlock as well, like, you just run, oh, she's got traps, shoot the traps, run away for 2 seconds, come back 10 seconds
and she's
later.
A 1 speed as well. She's a 1 speed, so that also nerfs her pretty hard.
I still can't believe, like, as well, that Maverick's a 3 speed. When I found out, I was like, what, really?
He's a fast boy.
He's a very fast boy. Faster burning down walls, faster running around the map as well, and faster killing people, as long as he's in the right hands. I'm not going to be those right hands. Doc has already gone down there for Who Knows, into a 5 versus 4. Leon did take a few tickles to the shoulder, just a reminder that there are indeed bullets flying his way sometimes, that he can't be the only one firing them out all the time. But again, it's all about these gunfights. Last time around, it was Team Secret finding 2 opening kills, not quite for free, but essentially for free. It was what really got them the huge advantage and snowballed them into victory there. And there's the second kill that we were speaking about, 5 versus 3 now. Secret in a great spot, it feels like. Ellen's almost getting gatted down on the runway as well. Just sets up beside blue bar here as well. It feels like a cross courtyard itself. But there's someone across. Meepy, stop it! Naughty boy. Get yourself inside.
At least he's not Cal.
He's not, you're right. That would be disgusting.
It is disgusting. But looking at the setup so far from Secret, they're taking things a lot more aggressive than what they've had before. They're going back to that first round that they tried with that kind of blue bar sunrise. This is what straight in through, and however will lose that gunfight against Nathan. 1 minute 30, but the damage has been done. They're already pretty much inside a kitchen, and I'm sure Diffuser will be planted momentarily. Ace isn't even in a position where he can try and stop the plant, as Alems has the cover from the blue bar. Nathan, however, will stop the plant. No cover from Meepy whatsoever, as he's inside the main lobby, and he also loses that as well. Nathan, such low HP. Alems, such low HP. 1 minute to go. This is going to be a long 1v1.
He knows exactly what's going on as well, and the thing is, Elems is in such a spot now where he's literally on the other side of a reinforced wall. All he's got to listen out for is that diffuser going down and go for the push off that, but he has very smartly rotated into a different corner to try and mix things up here as well. Nathan's not going to catch this going down, must not have heard it. Now he's got to go for a retake, and suddenly the tables have been completely flipped.
Nathan trying to push aggressively. Alems, all he has to do is sit back. Hopefully there is a drone waiting for him that he can try and relay, or his teammates can try and relay information. Just a flurry of bullets being expended by Nathan. But again, Alems, he knows he's in such low HP, he just has to hold back and wait for the diffuse sound. Half the diffuser gone. He has about another quarter to go. But he goes through the wrong hole. So unfortunate for Nathan. And Alems cleans that up for him. Once again, so close, yet so far for who knows.
For Nathan as well, another big round. He's had a really good game so far. I think he's up to like 9, I think it's 8 or 9 kills now he's potentially on. There you go, 9 kills, good guess. 9 solid kills coming out for him, the highest in the game so far, even amongst the members on Secret, like Meepy, who's also been having a fantastic game. Definitely showing his weight in gold so far with the number of frags that he's racking up.
Where's Leon been? Haven't really seen him that much.
He's been pretty quiet. Like I say, mate, you can't be a hero every single week. Everyone
needs the big matches, it seems to be. That's whenever he turns up, which is what you expect from Leon. Those big matches, such as the G2 game that they did play, their only win of the entire season. Just look what he did. He tore that team apart limb from limb, and he did the same to M&M as well. And that's what you want from your world-class players, is for them to turn up against the teams that matter. This isn't a team that really matters to Secret, because they have, you know, Alems and Meepy can still hold their own. But whenever you look at the caliber of a G2 lineup, even the caliber of M&M, that's whenever Leon gets just monkeyed.
It's like when you look at any conventional sport, like football's always the greatest example I think I've got for this, is that sometimes you get big teams like Man United, for example, who won't play a good game, but they will still walk away at the end of the day with a 1-0 score.
Rough victory. That's what it's all about. You play dirty, you win the fight.
That's exactly it. You haven't got to pop off all the time. It's about having that consistency as a team to still walk away with the points when it matters, though. And that's the kind of thing that you're expecting to see here from Secret. Has it been the cleanest game so far? No. Are they still winning 4-1? Yeah. It's still looking, on the scoreline, the sort of thing that you probably expect from this game. Maybe you'd say it should be 5-0 to Secret at this point. Whatever. Nathan's playing really well, and you can't take that away from who knows.
So this will be, yet again, another kitchen defense for who knows. They've played it 3 times. They won it 1, and they lost it twice. The times that they did lose it, 2 completely different attacks. We've seen the very slow, methodical attack come in from Secret from above, trying to utilize the destructibility factor that they bring. Last time, it was a very quick rush coming in from Sunrise and Blue Bar. This one, the books went out the window. They've tried to rush in through that supply room, in towards that lobby side, and they've lost the gunfights. Nathan is on such low HP, and Leon knows he's there. An easy tap onto Nathan, and it does put it inside of a 3 versus 4, and even more kills is going to come out momentarily. Has the DMR. Duck, do not peek. Prox, do not peek. He peeks away, loses quite a lot of HP. Very lucky to try and get away with that, but he is a Duck, so he can heal himself back up.
Get them stims in and back up to full health he pretty much is as well. There's the second focal coming through. Doug could be ringing it in and ringing Nathan's, well not Nathan, sorry, No Thumbs' eardrums right there with some bullets. Brings him down as well, and they're into a fantastic spot to go for another plant here, 3 versus 3. Now it's all about where this next kill comes from though. They've found themselves with a few members on the point, but Prox is going to find a pick off there. The second one comes through as well. Suddenly it's into a 2 versus 1 where it's Leon Gids. You were speaking about your boy earlier on, Demo. This is the best time in the world for him to show up and remind everyone of that performance he pulled out against G2. And instead Prox is going to say, guys, no fairy tales today. I'm bringing this one home.
Yeah, that was a really weird round from Secret. They, like I said, every single one of their attacks went very differently, and extremely differently. We talked about that very slow, methodical round, which was their most successful one, where they played it nice and slow, nice and very well paced. They had the destructibility factor. They kind of squeezed every essence of life out of that Who Knows defense. And then for not that one, but the one previously, their third time attacking it, it was that Blue Barn Sunrise where they just walked in towards the bomb site and that great 1v1 against the Lems and Naif. But this time, they decided to try and go for a mega rush. You don't go for a mega rush unless you're bringing operators like a Montagna, like a Capital. If Ying's available, then yeah, that's a big play that you can really go for, is that quick laundry aggression that we've seen from teams all around the world. Whenever the operators are not on the board, you'll go for it.
Big one, but now we get to switch sides. That was our 6th round over and done. 4-2 to Team Secret at the half. And now we get to see Who Knows going on the attack. And I'm really excited to see how Nathan plays this half out. He had a fantastic round in defense. How aggressive he can get on the attack, and see how that one works out for them. They are going to bring an RQ to the field as well, something we didn't see too many teams employ earlier on, but they're aware that Valkyrie may well be a thing. So will be brought onto the field. Now it's a question of trying to find those cameras before Secret can act on them and go for any dirty peeks. We've seen a few cameras before thrown out towards ruins, thrown out towards onto the tarp as well. So making sure you've got that visibility can be a big one for some teams. Intel is king.
Attackers recovered the bomb diffuser.
So I'm expecting we're going to see maybe play from below. That's where he really does excel. Even, you know, looking back 6 months ago, he's always on this particular map, has played that Valkyrie role, tried to go for the C4s from below. I actually believe that, you know, one of the best C4s we've seen of all time was on this map, him playing as Valkyrie, where, I don't know if you guys recall, I think it was against, it was either Rogue or it was against FaZe. I'm not entirely sure which one it was. I think it was against Rogue, where it was a 1v1. He was below, there was like 1 second on the clock. Diffuse was being planted on pool table, and he deagled out a hole and tossed the C4 up and killed because of a Valkyrie camera.
Disgusting.
So there is a lot of things there.
Immediate trade back there as well. Me finding the smallest hole in the world. Yep. Speaking about holes in the deagle, that one was probably just as small.
That's a popular spot that teams have really used a lot.
Yep. And why the hell not? Take any advantage you can get for yourself. Now, enough security, I think, on Secret side here. They're not going to be afraid of playing this location where the smoke is now. Last time around with Who Knows, they were just not so much afraid of playing it, but they conceded and said, you know what, downstairs will be taken by Secret. We can't hold it. Let's give it over to them as well and not play the smoke in this corner. Whereas Secret are like, no, we want to be able to have both sides held down by our smoke player. We're taking this one and keeping it open for ourselves.
So Stiz does still have those smoke canisters, so Who Knows have to try and delay that as much as they can and just take their time, try and bait out all of that utility, but they're starting to get torn apart by those other roamers as well. Plem down to such low HP. Leonie hears someone jump over in towards courtyard, an easy cleanup from Leon. Gets on to Ace, down to no thumbs. 1 versus 4. So much utility still left on the side of Team Secret. He even takes a couple of shots as well. You can see Leon from below trying to get a little bit frisky, and the tags come in, the wall bangs come out, and Team Secret take round number 7. They go up 5 rounds to 2.
In a good spot now, 2 more rounds, and this one is theirs, done and dusted. Who Knows, admittedly, have been putting up a much better fight than I think we anticipated at the start. We all sat here on the desk and said it's probably going to be a pretty dominant affair, akin to what we saw in that first map earlier on. But we've seen the exact opposite. Nathan's still leading when it comes to the kills. In fact, if you total up most of those kills there, they're relatively identical. There's not that much in it between the two sides when it comes to number of kills. Think of how many rounds you've seen where it's gone down to a 1 versus 1 to determine how things end.
Yeah, Thumb's not having the best of games, just barely.
Well, he has got no thumbs.
But
you know what I mean? They say an Xbox.
Was that the joke?
Think about it. Do you actually need a thumb to play on PC?
Oh,
you can just make it that one.
Please,
please,
someone.
Just try doing this.
Someone come return him back to the mental institution, please.
I'm just saying, production even said, oh, spacebar. They're on this discussion.
How do you vault? If you have to go for a rotation hole, how do you vault?
Double tap space.
With what? Your finger, not your thumb?
Yeah, sure, mate. Why not?
The location of a bomb.
Use your nose.
How do you grip the mouse?
With your palm. Depends what kind of mouse you've got. Play with the rollerball like some elite players do. You got to think outside the box here, Demo.
The Xbox.
Exactly. Now we're back where it all started. No Thumbs was an old Xbox player. That's where his name, I believe, No Thumbs came from. Because, you know, you do need 2 thumbs to be able to play on the Xbox.
Yeah, just talking about him. He's not having the best of games. We have seen him in previous matchups where he has done quite well. Just barely missing the joint to James Bond. Just barely missing it. Just by an assist.
No thumbs, no kills. Yeah, unlucky.
Wow. But, yeah, let's get back in to see the setup of Team Secret. I talked about the Vigil. Leon is known for playing that Vigil. He's great with K1N, also great with the SMG-12 sidearm, which he does prefer over the CZ5. More than likely, we're going to see that upstairs try and be held as much as they can by Team Secret. Like we've talked about, the deniability of having the buck from above is something you want to shut down early on as a defender, because we talked about it. Whenever you get players there who are destructibility, utility used, it can cause a lot of problems for the defender because they have to move about and shift their locations. Whenever people set up crossfires, then things do go missing.
Look at the spray as well. Perfect time when it comes to the smoke as well. C4 comes out as well. Not going to find anyone. Meepy spends so much time here as well with that Deagle, getting those angles open and still finds nothing. But no thumbs. Well, those 0 kills ain't going to change today, friend. He goes down in this round as well. It's just utter chaos trying to push in through that door. Who knows, almost squashing themselves through one of the smallest, thinnest pushing locations you can with service entrance, have been punished by Secret.
I've talked about this. You do not go for those quick rushes whenever you do not have the set operators available. You don't have Yings. You don't have that main force trying to push on in. You don't have Montana who can sit there and eat up all of those C4s being tossed out and also protects the planter at the same time. Maybe a kill for him onto Ghost, and Leon with that Vigil scanner finds an easy one onto Ace. Tries to look for a
nice.
Great shot by Leon, a double for him, making that, I believe, a triple. I think maybe just a 2K, but nonetheless, Leon
a lot of Ks,
proving big for himself, and that will be match point for Team Secret.
It's been a good game, to be fair, as well. A lot closer than I expected so far. That's not completely right. Who knows off so far? Still dropping those 13 Ks. Nathan, well, as we want to go on his Twitter bio, I'm pretty sure as well. Got a 13K against Secret? Yeah, no problem, mate.
So we move in. Still, no thumbs. Don't finish with 0 kills. Just don't do it.
Hey man, it's not as weak as a support player, okay?
That's not an excuse. We've talked about this, Dave.
Don't hate on the support players, man.
There's an excuse. Every player can kill.
They can. Maybe he's a pacifist today. The one day of the year where he's like, no kills today, sorry.
Attackers need to locate and defuse
Hey man, he's playing a banner. I sympathise.
We say that.
With getting 0 kills on the banner.
Meatbee was playing Habana.
Yeah, Meepy's kind of the one guy that you can give any operator there and you know he's definitely going to go out there and do work. But speaking of work, final round into that prep phase is going to be Sunrise and Blue Bar. Let's see if Who Knows change up their tap this time round, because last time, again, throwing 3 men through into... I got the idea, right? They wanted to try and make it play, and like you say, they did not have the Ying to get in there in the first place. They probably could have made it work without the Ying. If they had the Monty there to act on the back of those smokes going down, get in there, turn his back, get the plant down, then suddenly you're in a fantastic position. But because they had none of that there, even with the C4 being missed by Meepy, they were still just getting completely sprayed down every single time they tried to make a move in there. So missing those final couple of key elements to really make the push happen.
So we're going to see the blue bar. This is going to be our second blue bar of the night. We did see Who Knows trying to defend that blue bar, but however, Meepy completely shut that away with a great triple kill in the dying seconds of that round. Already, we're going to see a spawn kill come in from, I believe, Leon Gids, and he does manage to down, but do not snag the kill onto Ghost. And he will be reset, but hey, it's better than nothing. So they will try and hold it upstairs as much as they can. They have Lems and Leon and Meatbee, the triple threat combo coming in, and I think they're trying to play Leon a little bit more loosely, let him do Leon things. We've talked about this. The guy's great game sense, great gun skill, makes him easily one of the best players in Europe, even though his team may be sitting in bottom place. I believe he still has the one of the top 5 costs in Europe, which is something to go by. You know, he's up there competing with the likes of Kanto Rakete, up there with, you know, the likes of every great player in EU, Uno as well, you know, another great fragger, and he's holding his own. Stiz, he knows there's going to be a couple of attackers knocking on his wall. Leon, like we've talked about, finds Ghost on that approach in towards that flank. He, again, in a very scary position, has that EC jammer, can deny any of those drones coming at him. They know whereabouts he is, but not entirely, and tries to come in for the push, misses the shots. SMG-11 comes in, great coordination from him and Stiz. Trade comes in, and they will be victorious.
No Thumbs did it! No Thumbs got a kill! The hero! Although Leon Gids, it doesn't matter.
Team's still losing, so maybe not.
Hey man, you take the small wins when you can get them, right? With Leon Gids, you've said it yourself as well, more like Leon Gods at some point with how well he's been playing in this game. And down to the point now where they're in a 4 versus 2. Well, Secret are probably going to catch this one away. There comes the final one. Prox will get one back, but here's the last man standing on about 12 HP. All it's going to take is a couple of shots to come his way from one of these 3 members left on Team Secret, and this map will be over and done with. He's going to try and push in because, well, you've got it at this point. However, Leon Gids quite aptly is going to end this one out with the kill. Team Secret will win Coastline away from Who Knows.
Yeah, no surprise. Expected the 7-2 coming in. I think that Who Knows really needed a more tighter gap line, especially whenever they did have to forfeit that match against Flylo. So Flylo are in the driving seat between those two. We've talked about this inside of Group A. We can have our little mini battles. We have Secret versus M&M, who gets the first spot.
Yep.
And then it also is Who Knows versus Flylo to see who gets that playoff spot.
Absolutely. I mean, to be fair to them, like you say, it's unfortunate, the whole Flylo situation with them, because they actually did play pretty well in that game. First 3-4 rounds, it took Secret time to warm into it.
It was very close rounds.
It is. I mean, again, start of the day, we looked at this between these 2 first games and we're like, stomp. I think I said on camera, like, if you're a gambling man, you know where your money would go. I think both teams that actually lost have already shown themselves a real case here to say we can still compete. There is a reason why we're here in Prem as well, and they are getting a good number of frags.
There's positives for sure.
Absolutely, and even the scoreline doesn't strictly reflect exactly how close these games were in some rounds, I thought.
Yeah, in some of those rounds, they could have been closed out by Who Knows on multiple occasions, but you still see that dominant factor, and even then, it's like, with Secret, they're probably hiding a lot of their strategies, their tactics, and what they normally do as individuals in certain areas of the maps and all those bits and pieces. And it's not really too much of a surprise because they have absolutely no need to. You know, they can play it as default and standard as much as they like and still keep a nice, healthy scoreline.
I think a big thing that comes down to, yes, we've seen Who Knows have these unwinnable positions nearly going their way, but it just comes down to that final clutch essence that you need to have as a professional player. And of course, 4 out of these 5 players do play inside of Pro League, Plymouth being the only one who is part of the UK Premiership for them. Again, Plymouth did okay. Didn't really have to do much whenever Meatby and Leon Gids were running the show as we expected. But that 1v1 gunfights really was the decider. You think about it, we had Nathan inside of 2 1v1s. If he managed to win that, we could still be seeing this match being played out right now.
Yeah, I'll be interested to see when Team Secret actually play M&M again. That's when we'll see Plymouth shine a lot more, because when you play teams like this, it's not just like the fact they walk into the crosshair, they know exact angles and where to actually choose from in certain particular areas of the map. But with some players, they don't shine until they actually play at a higher caliber team. Maybe we'll do worse, maybe we'll do better. It's just one of those situations we won't actually know until it actually occurs in time.
It's an interesting one, and I think ultimately what you have to remember when it comes down to Siege is that, yes, strategy is a huge part of this game. You can prep in the world and come up against a team with 0 strats. Ultimately, it all comes down to who pulls that trigger first. That's what you saw come through in the round where we did see Who Knows pick up a couple of rounds. Well, not a couple of rounds earlier on, it's 1 round earlier on. These things happen, and for teams like Team Secret, again, with the level of performance they've got, strategy and gunplay is what really separates the good from the great. Maybe that's a sign of why they're struggling at parts as well. When these rounds they're dropping, consistency is key. They can kind of tighten up some of those looser areas as well. That's what will really set them apart as champions. And again, still think they're in a spot where they are in the driving seat of the UK Premiership. Might change when it comes to land, though. Everything changes there.
Yeah, it will do. And with Who Knows, what would you say they need to do to kind of step up the game a little bit more? Wasn't as good as when they played Team Secret last time, but what would you say they needs to, you know, kind of like some changes here and there?
Overall, I think Who Knows had quite a very good showing. There's a couple of individual performances which did let them down, so that's completely on the individual players. That's something I cannot tell them what to do, is try and get those frags. It's up to them to put that on the board. Sure, everybody has their off days, but really, you know, we're looking at Who Knows and Flylo. They both drop points tonight.
For sure.
So that's good for both of them.
Yeah.
Then again, they both switch where they have to play the other giants in the group. So again, you're kind of expecting both of those teams to drop points once again. And then hopefully week 6, we see no thumbs just pop off, and that's whenever it really does matter.
That's when it counts the most. But I think the key thing for me is seeing from both of these games so far, for both M&M and Secret, we've seen them have 3 roamers going around all the time and just doing absolute work. Bit more coordination on top of the gunplay we're seeing these 2 losing teams with tonight. You might see wildly different results in future weeks.
Yeah, we've only got a couple of weeks left now, so if they want to make even more of an impact or at least make something happen, it needs to be now. But we do have an interview from Team Secret. We do have Meepy on board with us to see exactly what he has to say and how that match occurs. Meepy, how's things, my friend?
Hello, it's good. How are you guys doing?
Yeah, not too bad. I was here just watching that match on the desk in a very dominant fashion, as always. Not really too many surprises there. But a simple question to start off with was how's things get another win on the board?
It's always good to get another win on the board, you know, another win close towards attending the LAN event, which is, at the end of the day, the ultimate prize.
Yeah, it's not too long now, because only a month away. And because you do have Plebma on the team, how's that been fitting in terms of the adjustments and what you have to do as a team? Is he fitting in well so far?
Yeah, so far it's fitting in pretty well. We give him some simple roles like Maestro, just set some cams here, do reinforcements there, hold this area of the map, and we'll leave you to it. You know, we don't want to flood him with too many complex strategies or anything that he's not too comfortable with. We keep it simple for him, and he does well. He does exactly what we want him to do. Plebma, push this guy, try and shoot him, try and kill him. He'll do it. No questions asked, and that's what we want.
Yeah, we did notice with Plebma as well. He's been holding his own since the start, and it's quite hard to, jump into a squad where you've sort of well known and all the bits and pieces. So it's completely fair enough. And the last question I was going to ask you was the fact that, are you going to start playing a lot more default and standard to the rest of the season to not give too many strategies away, or are you just going to play as you were until that offline finals?
I think when it comes down to the way we're approaching Prem is that obviously we don't want to show our full hand, because right now we're practicing and prepping for Pro League, and in the previous season it's the same. So what we do is we take a very generalized strategy and we just try and push it a little bit in Prem, see how it works out, and then maybe adapt on it for Pro League. But for the most part, it's all just off the cuff how we want to play. We take the operators that we feel comfortable playing, put them in areas where they excel, and then we let the players do the rest.
Well, great, fantastic stuff. Well done for the win, of course. And Meepy, thanks for being here for the interview, and congrats to your team for getting another win on the board.
Thank you.
And Meepy seems, pretty standard, saying it's just another win on the board, doing very well. I think they're pretty almost sure certain to get to offline finals. Only 2 more matches left, but not too many surprises.
I love the point that Meepy brought up about that, again, they're not going to show their full hand. Be crazy if you're going to start playing these Pro League strategies whenever they're in a very dire situation. They need everything they can. But I love the fact that they're playing a lot more loosely. Typically, the secret that we're used to seeing in Pro League is that they go with a set strategy. If they see a play, they make the play. That's what Secret are known for, is that adaptability factor. But for this, they just, okay, let's see what they're going to do. We don't have a set plan, and then they adapt. So they're going straight into it. Like he said, a very loose idea, not set in stone. And I like that they're kind of using this as their training grounds to see if strategies do work. Oh, does this crazy idea work? Hey, it's starting to work out a little bit. What could we do to try and improve this to make this our actual strategy? Which I love that they're using the UK Prem as another outlet to their Pro League training.
You do find in some cases as well that, although it's not the only reason why they drop some rounds, it does mean that sometimes they will drop the ball and things will change. But sometimes, you have to fail in the pursuit of making progress, and that's exactly what they're doing.